Hello Summit, welcome to my next video. In today's video we're going to look at how to cut and sew this beautiful drum sleeve. So if this is what interests you and you'd like to learn it, please stay to the end and watch to the end, okay? Also click the subscription button. If you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please click the subscription button and subscribe. You can also click the notification button to get notified at any time I post a new video. Alright, so let's dive into this video. I'm going to need 2 yards of Ankara fabric for this drum sleeve, okay? So this is my 2 yards of Ankara fabric, and this 2 yards I'm going to divide it into two. One will be for the one sleeve, another one will be for second sleeve. But I'm not going to divide it into two by yards. I'm not going to divide it per yard, like just divide one yard. I'm going to divide it by the length of the 2 yards. That means each yard is 36, so 36 plus 36, that's 72. So, and that is the size, the length I need. So I divided it by that length instead of by one each. If I divide it by one each, you know I'm going to get just 45. Okay, so after dividing it, this is what I have already. Okay, so this is for one sleeve, and I'm still going to fold it into two again because I'm using this Ankara also as the lining. So instead of cutting a new lining, and I needed 11 inches, so what I did is to get 22 inches length of the Ankara per each side, okay? So I fold the 22 inches into two, and then I get my 11, okay? But actually what I have here is actually 23. Folding it together, so I'm going to have 11.5. So that half inches is what I'm going to use to sew the other edge together. All right, so and I also gummed an S-stay on it. I love S-stay because S-stay actually give me the thickness I need, but you can use any other stay that you want actually. So I use this S-stay to make it a bit thick, and then if you're using a fabric that is thick, maybe scuba fabric and all that, you could also decide not to add a stay because at least it's hard on its own. All right, so after that I'm checking my length to make sure that I still have my 72 inches intact for the plating. All right, on this plating, the measurement I'm using for the shoulder measurement where the sleeve is going to pass, you know, it's actually an off shoulder dress. Most times drum sleeve you use it on off shoulder dress. I've not actually seen it on a normal shoulder dress except on off shoulder. So for the shoulder measurement I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use 12. Okay, so that 12 I with the 72 inches length I have, it will help me. So next thing I'm going to do is just sew it down like so to my machine. I sew it down, then after sewing it I pressed it very well like so. And if you notice the way I pressed it, the sewing part, I ironed it at the middle of the fabric instead of the edge. All right, so that I want my edge to be smooth and neat, no sewing on it. And then the other side, which is the front side I'm going to use, is also neat. There's no sewing in it. So the sewing comes at the back, so it won't be seen at all. So the next thing I'm going to do is to map out 1 inch for my folding. All right, for folding in my the edge of my fabric after sewing my plating. Okay, I noticed when I was sewing the first one that if you cover the mouth of your sleeve before pleating it, the plating might start going zigzag. It might not fall off, okay, fall very together. All right, so all I just did is I plait it before I fold it like so. So after plating the whole thing, I just fold in ½ inch into it, and then I still have a ½ inch that we used to attach to my fabric, to my dress after sewing. Okay, so that's the purpose of that 1 inch. So let's dive in. From that 1 inch, I'm going to map out 2 inches allowance because the length of this plating I want it to be 1 inch, right? So then I want a space of ½ inch in between the plating. So I'm going to map out 2 inches that when I fold it together it will be 1 inch, and then I'll mark out ½ inches, okay, so that after sewing it, when I plait the second one there will be a space of ½ inch. So that's why I'm having 2.5 inches on each like that. if you notice this particular one I've actually sewed, the length is actually 1 inch, and it's because I used 2 inches. Okay, and if you notice the middle, there is a space of ½ inch on it also. All right, so after that, this is how I'm going to pleat it. I fold them together, the first marking, making sure they're joining together, okay, like so, and then make sure that I have my 1 inch like so. All right, so after I get my 1 inch like so, the next thing I'm going to do is take it to the machine, and then I sew it down. Then I get another 2 inches like that also, hold it together, and then I sew it down too. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it to the end. If you know that you're a beginner and your hand will not be straight, you can map that line straight. Okay, so this is the back how it will look, and this is how the front will look after sewing. Okay, so I take it to my machine and I sew it down like so. You take your time. This doesn't actually, you don't, it doesn't, it takes a little time for you to do it, and you need to take your time to do it very well, right? So all you need to do is keep picking it. You can mark your lines and start picking it so it will be easy. But if you know that your hand is straight, you just mark your 2 inches and fold it together, and then you sew it like that. This is how you do it until you get to the end of the fabric, and then you have your desired length. Okay, then after that, the next thing I'm going to do, this is how it is. I've actually gotten it already. See how it is, and it's very full. You can use 3 inches if you want the length to be longer, maybe to be 1.5 inches. You can use 3 inches instead of 2, so that when you fold it, you have a length of 1.5, and then it'll be longer. But I love this 1 inches, and I love the way it came. It's actually very full. So the next thing is to attach it to my fabric. You see my armhole like that, I piped it because the sleeve is not going to enter into the armhole. It's just going to go straight, okay, a little bit straight, so you leave space where your custom or your arm is going to pass through. Okay, so you see how I fixed the first one. I moved it up 2 inches above first and foremost, then I sew in. You see this, I marked out 2 inches. I love it to come up before, then from that 2 inches I sew in 4 inches down. Then after that, I leave the remaining to fall down. So I only just attached 4 inches out of the 11 inches. So I have extra 4 inches down, and I have extra 2 inches upwards that will hang on the shoulder. Okay, then I have 4 inches attached to the sleeve, just a little, not to the armhole, a little bit far from the armhole, but it didn't get to the bust side. Okay, so after that, the next thing I'm going to do is to flip it to the other side, to join it to the other side of the sleeve, you know, like to the back side. I joined the front side already, so I flip it like so, and then I'll attach the second part on the sides. Okay, because I have elastic on this, I'm going to straighten the elastic so that I don't fold it down. And then after I straighten it, I mark out my 2 inches. Remember I said I want 2 inches to be upwards above, that I will not attach to the fabric, right? So I map out that 2 inches. Then starting from where I have my 2 inches, I place it at the edge of the armhole side of my fabric, right? Then I'll just, on that ½ inch that I brought out at the beginning, that's why I'm going to sew it at the tip of that ½ inch. Okay, that's how I'm going to attach it like so. Then I'll sew it down. I'll just map out another 4 inches length, and then I'll sew it down by that 4 inches. Then the remaining 4 inches downwards is going to still fall down. Okay, it's not going to be attached. All right, so this is it's very easy. This sleeve is actually very easy. The only thing that takes a little bit time is the plaiting, but if you take your time, once you finish plaiting, that to attach it is actually very easy. You can use it on any off shoulder dress, a normal off shoulder that is not even bubu. This one is on bubu dress that I use it. You can make your normal off shoulder and then use your drum sleeve, and it comes out very fine. It's the same process, the same procedure, the same way to plait it, and the same way to attach it. Okay, and this is actually taking a bit time to attach because of the elastic that I have on the shoulder, because that elastic is on the chest part. Okay, so that is it. We've come to the end of this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And then this is what we have. Is it not looking fine? It's looking fine. It's looking beautiful. Looking beautiful already. Okay, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. More videos will be coming to your way. And thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Bye.